Okay, let's go for it.
So I first thought I was dyslexic when I went to secondary school after struggling in lessons and getting really frustrated, but teachers just went, here, have a pink overlay, you're dyslexic, and that was it. So that's what I thought it was, and I was still struggling, but it never quite answered what was wrong with me. So.
I thought I might be dyslexic when I was at school, but it was just classed as being thick. When I couldn't get words, I couldn't think of what I was trying to say, couldn't put it down in writing, but then I wasn't thick.
I was 11 years old at primary school, and my headmistress told my mother that I was backwards and I would always be backwards.
I never really thought I was dyslexic. I was reading the works newsletter around the mess table, and there was an item in the back of it where it just basically said answer these questions, and if you score between, I think it was a score over 11 and 14 or something, you needed to inform your watch manager, which I did. You know, even then I didn't really think I was dyslexic. I just thought I was not very good at reading and writing. That led on to someone coming to my house and carrying out assessment, you know, it was pretty physically exhausting. And at the end of that assessment, the lady asked if there was any questions I had, and the first question was, well, am I dyslexic?
So about 4 years ago now, I went for the station manager process, and I failed the first time round, and again I felt really frustrated that I was struggling to read this information and process it and action it within the time. So one of my colleagues mentioned that I might be dyslexic, so I accessed the form online and I answered the questions, and then I went through a dyslexia test, which then identified that I was dyslexic.
So my diagnosis came through after my screening with the service, and it involved quite a lot of assessment work at my home and in the workplace. But the assessment came all through my job role as a watch manager in the training and development department.
I was only 11. I was devastated. I thought there was something wrong with me. I was really worried. But then after speaking to the people down at the Dyslexia Institute, I realised that there's lots more people with dyslexia, not just me.
When I found out I was dyslexic, when it was all confirmed, it was mixed emotions. Half of me was like, yay, that's what's wrong with me, I'm not stupid, and it's all real, and you know, because you do think you're stupid, and then sitting the test and going through those tests was quite challenging, and it's supposed to be, and then there was the relief, there was the tears of, there's something wrong with me, oh wait, it's nothing wrong with me, I am different, I work differently, and the relief that it was my brain and not this block of thickness in there that's stopping me, that I'm not stupid, and it highlighted that I'm normal, and I could do things, I just have to have them done differently or do them differently. It was a relief, and it was actually a win moment for me. Emotional but good, worth it.
It was a weight that was lifted off my shoulders, to be fair. You know, when I first found out, you know, it was like, oh right, that's why I hate reading. You know, oh right, that's why I can't spell. And you know, and I think it was relief. It was, you know, it was an awakening, I suppose.
The service have given me a lot of support. They've introduced things that I can use within my work environment, from software on my computer to a pen that I use within minutes, because being a dyslexic, you can't remember things, so having this pen will help with the minutes. I'm also part of the Voices group, which I'm actually a rep for, and that is part of Shropshire Fire and Rescue Service. They give people a voice in the minority groups so they can stand up and say, I need help, I want support, and it just gives them a voice.
The Mears-Erland syndrome part of my dyslexia, where the colour of the materials that I read has been adjusted. So a simple application of cream coloured paper for me has opened a whole avenue of doors, only because I don't feel tired. When I read stuff off a white background, whether it's on a presentation board or in a document, it tires me out because it's like being snowblind ever so slightly. But having the stuff on the cream paper just makes life a whole lot easier for me, and it's a very simple and easy adjustment in the workplace. So having that recognition and be able to be confident enough to tell people, is a great deal of support for me, as is.
They've given me equipment. I even had to go and had an eye test. And because obviously when I was reading, there was a lot of words moving around, and a simple thing like coloured glasses has really helped when it comes to like reading a lot of text. It just puts that text back on the page, which has meant I don't have to read it over and over and over just to find out what I'm actually reading.
So the service has supported me in many ways. When I go onto courses now, I'll have the information before the course starts, so I've got time to read through it in my own time, in a more relaxed atmosphere. When I have exams, written exams, I'll have extra time to carry out that exam and process the information.
The moment I came back and I was open about my dyslexia, the help has been phenomenal, not just in recognising my dyslexia, but I have coaching sessions, I have a mentor that I have every week I go to for support with just even the tiniest little detail to help me makes a massive difference on my working daily life and in my own life. The software I've been given for my computer, and actual physical softwares, an Echo pen for note taking. Obviously in my role now I do a lot of note taking, which I find really, really difficult, my memory recall, but having the software, having the tuition there and the coaching sessions has been absolutely phenomenal. It's made a massive difference to my life personally, at work, at home, and my mental health it's changed. I'm more confident, and that you can't pay for that. It's good.
Don't worry about it. Your brain works differently than other people's in a much, much, much better way. Outside of the box thinking is just incredible. Don't ever let it hold you back. Don't let it hold you back.
If you think you're dyslexic, don't worry. Get help, reach out, ask. Worth it, totally.
You're not stupid. Your brain just works in a different way, and find the support and get tested.
Never take it as a difference, look at it as a gift.
So my advice to anyone that thinks they're struggling would be to reach out. Feel confident that the service will support you, and your colleagues and friends around you will also support you.